Hello everybody, my name is Shaun and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another reaction video on the channel. Today we have something new on the channel, something I've seen been trending a lot, so I want to check out and see why he's so popular. It's Oliver Anthony, Richmond, north of Richmond. I've not actually heard the song, but I've just seen it pop up on a few reaction channels. I've seen people on TikTok kind of gush at it, so I want to see what the big hype's about. So if you're excited to watch this, please do drop a like on the video. Put down in the comments what other videos you'd like to see from me in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of the content coming up on the channel. Also, in the description, there's a Patreon link if you want to go over and support me. The tier names that are there are a joke. I thought it'd be quite funny to just put insults almost as some of the tier names. So yeah, so they're all a joke. But if you do want to go support me as a creator, all my stuff is on Patreon and all my social links are down in the description as well if you want to go and follow me and support me on other platforms. On Patreon I will be putting out a lot of different stuff, I suppose. Some behind the scenes videos, some maybe documentaries that I've made for university that can't be broadcast obviously anywhere else. And yeah, so if you do want to go support me, Patreon is down there, Spotify is down there as well to support me as a musician or as a music creator. And yeah, anyway, I've been talking too much. Let's get into Oliver Anthony. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get into it. Oh wait, is this... Wait, I need to check if these are coming from my headphones. Ah, see? Glad I checked that first. There we go.
I've been selling my soul. I've been selling my soul. Working all day. Overtime hours for bullshit pay. So I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to.
Ooh! Okay. There's probably got to be a lot of skipping back to hear some certain bits again. I don't know if this is an original song or if it's a cover song or whatever it is. Please tell me down in the comments. But I'm liking it so far. And he's the boy. He comes from this land. I'm thinking his ancestors are from Ireland, Scotland. The ginger beard gives that away.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have.
Oh, you can hear the emotion behind his voice when he's like doing that like croak, like the like the break in his voice almost. Like it shows the emotion he's kind of putting behind the words that he's singing. And if it is an original song, then obviously he's putting so much passion into the words because he means them. And I mean, if it's a cover song, it's obviously a song that means something to him. So if there's lyrics in it like that, there's Richmond, north of Richmond, the new world for me, new world for you, and all that kind of stuff. So it's obviously something that he believes in, and you can hear that in the passion that he brings out, and it is that much passion and that much emotion that the voice then does break, which is so cool.
Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end.
Oh your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end.
What you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
Yeah, that is the thing. I seen somebody put it up the other day, being like, there wouldn't be as much crime in the world if people stopped voting for criminals to be head of their political system, because to get up there, you don't have to be a dodgy bloke, but you usually are. And I mean, you get there because you're rich. Like, especially presidency, you can pay your way into office. And then you're rich anyway, so you're only got to put laws in place that make you and your own people richer. I don't want to talk about politics as much because, you know, it's no something I'm heavily educated on or heavily invested in. But I seen it the other day in Rishi Sunak, obviously Prime Minister of the UK, saying like, oh, the immigrants that are coming in, they've took this and they've took that and they've took jobs and blah 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 and took houses and took land and stuff. So we're going to tax them more, because they're using our resources. But I was talking about it with my friends and that, and they were like, well, tax your friends, tax your wife. You know what I mean? Like, what is this whole thingy like? And people were like, but Rishi, your parents are immigrants, or your ancestors were immigrants. They immigrated over the border to come into the UK to start a life for themselves, and now you're coming round and you're going to tax them even more, which is such a shit way of thinking. And like, I don't. It's no immigrants' faults. It's no refugees' faults. They're coming, as I was saying to my friend who is a refugee. I was saying like, you come over because your life there isn't as luxurious, it isn't as nice, sometimes war-torn countries, blah blah blah, and they come here to the places like the UK and Western Europe and the US to build new lives for themselves, to build themselves to something that they can be proud of and look back on. And if they're then just getting taxed to no ends, they're never got to make anything, which is, it's such a shit thing. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about politics. As I say, not educated, not invested. I don't want to start arguments. You might support a certain government, I might support another government, I'm not getting into it.
I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
Jesus, man. That gives me goosebumps, but also kind of makes me sad at the same time. Because it is true. They didn't care. They would happily see 1 million people, like the UK government again. They would happily see 1 million people homeless if it meant the rich people were still at the top, were still getting taxed very little compared to what they make. Yeah.
Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me.
I need to listen to that again. It kind of is so like.
£100 taxes ought not to pay, and the whole beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. And they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the Richmond, North of Richmond.
Oh my god, listen to this again. Listen to the power that he has in his voice and the emotion that he puts behind the words that he's saying.
These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Yeah. Totally though. Like that's what people do now. Back when like my dad and that were growing up, yeah, they had struggles. Everybody does when they're growing up, and especially when you have children and into your own like house and your own estate and stuff, you're gonna have struggles. You're always gonna have struggles. You're always gonna struggle to pay for certain things, and I'm gonna get this video off the screen so you can actually see me. Yeah, you're always going to struggle. You're always going to have to pay extra for a few things, and you're probably going to be left with not much at the end of the month, but you work to provide that. And work back then, like when my dad tells me stories and stuff, and been like, it's not like it was easier, but it was more worthwhile working back then. Like, if you're me, right, in this situation, I'm 20 years old. The minimum wage for me is like $7.49 or something an hour. So that's what I would get paid if I went into a normal bar job, supermarket job, store job, packer, warehouse, labourer. I would get paid $7.50 an hour, roughly. Which then, if it was a part-time job, because I'm in university, say I'm coming out with maybe £300 a month, okay? In the UK, we have a thing called universal credit. So universal credit is basically if you can't find a job and you still need to pay for rent and electric and shopping and all that kind of stuff, the government will give you a grant every month of whatever it is it works out as, with your rent, with your gas, with your electric. So with that, I remember doing it for this house before I went into university, or my last house with a couple of friends. I went on universal credit because it was very hard to find a job, and it was only like 3 months before the university course started. I needed a source of income. I was getting then £500 a month from universal credit. So that's what my dad means, is it's so much more worthwhile doing that, sitting 30 hours a week on a computer, finding jobs, rather than actually going out and working. Because the employers and that, they don't have enough to pay staff. And even if they did, they don't want to pay staff any more than they should. If there wasn't a minimum wage, people would be getting £3 an hour, which is so bullshit, and it's fucking... And the whole age thing, I didn't get this whole age bracket. Like, why is there a different minimum wage for a 15-year-old than there is a 21-year-old? They're both doing the same job. They're both working as hard as each other. Sometimes the 15-year-old is working harder because they want to build something more for themselves. And then people that's like, oh, but he's 15, he lives with his mum and dad, or she's 15, she'll no need to pay rent and stuff like that. How do you know? These people go through everything. They could be an orphan that's then decided to move away from care to live their own life, or they could be anything. Their mum and dad could have disowned them, they could have fallen out, they could have decided, you know what, I'm 15, I want to get up and I want to make something of myself. 16-year-olds, there'll be some of them in houses on their own, in flats on their own. What's to say they're no paying rent? What's to say that they're still living with their mum and dad? They might not be. So I don't think it's fair to judge a 15-year-old going, oh, it's a child, so we don't need to pay him as much, whereas a 21-year-old would do. It's quite baffling that that's how we live, and people kind of just accept it, which is, again, upsetting. People accept it and just, people question it, but people didn't fight back against it. Even me, I'm questioning it, and I'm like talking up against it, but what sort of voice do I have? I don't have a platform that I can preach to you, and even if I did, I wouldn't want to preach to anybody. I just want to kind of share my opinions, I suppose. If you disagree, you disagree, and that's fair enough, but that's my opinion, which is very interesting that it comes from a song, because I'm making a documentary at this point on how music therapy helps patients, like with neurological conditions, cancer, all that kind of stuff, and it's quite, I was just talking about music with all these different people and how important it is, and you see it starts conversations like the one that I've just had with you. So it's very, very interesting and very, I don't want to say exciting, but yeah, it's very cool that music can start that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna finish talking here, because, you know, I've been talking a fair bit. So if you guys did enjoy the video, remember to smash a like button on it. That would mean a lot to me. Put it in the comments what other artists, what other songs you'd like me to react to in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of the content coming up on the channel. Also, as I said at the start of the video, if you do have a bit of spare time, please go and check out the Patreon. You don't have to subscribe, but you can if you want to. But if you want to, it's down there. Tier list names are a joke, but if you do want to support me, Patreon is in there. Spotify, Instagram, and Twitter is also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.